Hi, so James, thanks for joining us. First pre-season training, how was it?
Bit of a blow, getting rid of some cobwebs like you kind of expect from that first session back, but really good. We've got not a huge amount of players retained from last year, so lots of new faces, bit of a session to get to know people and get some running in the legs.
How much of a role did AC and Tony play in you wanting to commit to stay for another season?
It's massive for me, really. On a personal level, I've got lots of change in my life at the moment. I had a little boy just turned 1, so I've always kind of been looked after by this club, and nice to have some familiar faces come back and put a real positive spin on what they're expecting of this season. I think the key with AC and Tony is they're going to have a good player pool, which we've seen tonight with the lads who have turned up for our first session. And that they're looking to be as competitive as they possibly can be this season, which really matches the ambition that I'm holding for this year.
Do you know any of the lads that have come in this season?
So quite a few recognised from playing with or against before, quite a few that we've come up against in this league, but also a lot of kind of young, exciting lads, especially those pushing through from Welling as well, who have come in for their first taste this evening as well. So a real good kind of blend of older guys who have been around and about, younger guys pushing through, and then those kind of, I don't know, us elder statesmen who have played in the league for a little while already and know what it's about.
Do you see that as important to help the younger players come through?
I do. I think it's something that clubs at this level should be looking to do. On a sort of, for me personally, we see a lot of change in this league. Players in through the door, not huge commitment to the level, and want to use it as a stepping stone, which is kind of fair enough. But I think our role here as a club has to be to try and look after these players and to foster links with other clubs to try and look to bring players through as well.
And for you personally, how did last season go?
On a personal note, it was different. I had a few problems with little injuries as the season went on, and never really, from about midway through the season to the end of it, never quite got back to that full sharpness and fitness, which was a bit disappointing. However, still ended up with plenty of minutes in the bank. I think we really overperformed at the start of the season, which is really a huge credit to the club and the management team that we had back then and the players who were playing. And then towards the end of the year, for whatever reason, struggled to retain a few players, little niggles. We had a bit of a slide down the table, which made it a tough finish. But really, for a club like ours, with the resources we had, staying in the league last year was an achievement in itself. And now we feel, hopefully, looking ahead to this year, we've got the building blocks in place to try and push on a bit.
Yeah, we wanted to ask you about that. What's your hopes for this season coming?
I think being realistic, looking at the other clubs as well, which I know we like to focus on ourselves, but you have to kind of look around and the crazy money that a lot of the clubs are spending and the ambition that they're showing. I think for us as a club, our aim just has to be to finish as high as we can in that league. Not necessarily looking to win it or to be one of those clubs that's right up there, but to just progress as a club. A lot of change has happened already off the field, behind the scenes, committee-wise, backroom staff, looking at ways that we can improve the club as a whole. And so for us as players, really, we want to kind of transfer that into results on the pitch and pushing as high as we can up that league table.
Brilliant. We look forward to it this season. Thanks for your time, James.
Cheers.